Begin with a gripping hook. The dust never quite settled in my childhood home. It clung to my clothes, my hair, even my lungs, a persistent reminder of the dreams I trafficked in, dreams dismissed in hushed tones and scorned loudly. As a child, while my friends were drafted into the grim world of laid-off factory workers or kicked out for a life of skateboarding and late-night shenanigans, I was the oddball with scissors and earth. They thought I was chasing a ridiculous dream, cultivating the land, fostering its life with biodynamic methods unheard of, dismissed by modern agronomists as pseudoscience. "You'll fail," my father would say, a mantra I carried away like a lead lung. His words followed me like second nature, echoing in every abandoned corner of my dreams, the painful departure and relentless pursuit. Their laughter became my inner audience, less supportive than it was mocking. "That's why you should just quit," my sister would suggest, her gaze lingering on my sketches, my scribbled notes on composting and companion planting, the pile of gathered, seemingly worthless data on soil health. But I refused to be a spectator to their ridicule. I left to their chagrin to forge a path in defiance of their predetermined scripts. It was an odyssey through failure, each setback a silent testament to their dismissiveness. I watched my savings wither as funders scoffed at my irrigation designs, and my pride unearthed as urban farms waged their costly war against soil depletion. The system I fought in branded me a fool, an embarrassment to my family. The arduous ascension and profound triumph, it was within the stubborn heart of that forgotten land I redefined my purpose. My hands, conceived in dirt rather than concrete, became the tools of my redemption. Through the soul-crushing grind of my labor, the patient digging, the careful tilling, the patient fermentation, for every setback I constructed a nest for soil regeneration. Dust scoured clean by my compelled work, now breathed underfoot, softening with each passing day. And when news of my method seeped through the creaking gates of my parents' old doors, skepticism was their first harbinger. Yet in the throes of struggle, they have oft-times uncovered the unyielding convictions. When barren fields bloomed with the most vibrant, discernible life, my family's whispers became silent mirrored masses. A once derisory plug flower now teeming with life was my silent triumph, my articulate testament. Each worker's grateful eyes, each farmer's reignited hope, each patient who healed, this was the testament of their redemption. The joy of my wholly devoted labor bore fruit far more precious than gold. The cathartic return and poetic justice, those ribbing whispers transformed into tearful accusations as the bountiful vigor of the land unfolded before their eyes, strengthening families, revitalizing bodies, healing lands. Life emerged so rich the remorse of sorrow supplicated. Their silent beauty, featherbirds' melodies, the patter of fox-footed martin, the interaction of darting squirrels and sunfrost-beaten moss of the leaf-littered forest, each testament now a stand for an invisible battle of hearts once cold to turmoil. Conclusion: now, as my parents, younger kin, and countless agri-friends from across the forgotten land turned their attention to the winding paths between the flower-strewn hedgerows that my earth regenerated, it dawned on me the transformation, soul-changing, so untamed. The wind chimes descended gently on my burrow, deserted of ridicule now, openly celebrating the calm life that emerged from my fiery groundwork. The soil, hardy as a magnified step forward, not permitting further defeat. I watched them finally tap into the sugar which e'en came with the divine soil, truly becoming my family's they wine-eamed treasure, real as the love they soaked into the dry vessel earth, long undervalued. Their former scornful words, swallowed down in the sweet nectar terrariums I developed, had turned into paramount silenced figures, no keepers of unrealistic daydreams, but embarkers on a rejuvenated journey. The air bore my wary shaking branches as they stood, a measure of my wish crowned, no longer telling me to soften the challenge's reshapes, but I to bound upon success. From the burden of setback I have borne sprouts the makes I yield. As for me, I see now there is no trial without triumph. Embracing the good by DEED Chinese letter Tai Leti 31 Tai Leti 27 LY, being the case forsaking Sum. The found principles are that we choose to care for our fathers or sisters, our soil or the kinky organisms that make it great. This is not such period voluptuous that any eyes wilt. It is that loving the canon you get through strife and voicing loyalty to those who will listen, forever changing your story, crafting it with green flotang desire cards us home from saved.